The army commander Kairos creeps low in the dark, tall grass, straining to hear the bat cries of her Kamsavat echoing in the woods. She is hoping that the Nedenjar do not suspect the Kamsavat's calls to be more than mere hunting. Goodly nocturnal Kamsavats are frightful sight, and adept at this hour. Her Kamsavat is a male, eager to help her in the search and rescue. He glides over the trees, turning abruptly to signal that he spots the enemy. She can only see what the moonlight allows, but she feels a sense of patriotism to the Husami family. They are the oldest and most respected of all the nobles. She clicks her tongue to her teeth. He comes down and rests his sleek physique on the low branches. Guide my arm, she whispers to him, notching her recurve. It is a risk to count on the Kamsavat to locate the Nedenjar. Kairos shudders, reasoning the consequences. She debates if she is asking too much of this animal. She can hear the Kamsavat calling into the trees again, identifying the enemy's positions to Kairos and her patrol. Kairos' eyes focus on the dark shape she thinks to be one of them. She takes a deep breath, then sends 3 arrows, enduring the strange pit in her stomach. It is a feeling of inescapable doom that her foe can see her in the dark, and perhaps can see her now. Her pulse races, having heard the first heavy thud on the ground. The arrow sounds to have hit a tree. Hissing sounds and crunching of grass grants her insight of her surprise. She hoots, validating her troop's sortie. Then instantly a spear thrusts out towards her. She rolls away, catching sight of a pale face. It snarls, exposing its pointed teeth. Years have afforded her the skill and resilience to keep hold of her striking poise. Springing up, she shoots him with her readied arrows. The area is abrupt with scurrying and struggles. She fights surprise blows with minimal light from the moons until a bright light abruptly shines in the sky, lighting the area. As the forest is lit, the Nedenjar screech. She now has advantage. Ah! Kairos laughs at the boon. Impetuously, she rushes forth to the stunned Nedenjar. But I hope you enjoyed the reading from one of the books from the series White Wizard of Höfjar. So the first book, Recycled Soul, is mainly about Tun Draconum, what plagues her, all the issues, and how it affects Höfjar as a whole. There are adventures, little things are resolved, but not many issues are resolved. In many ways, Recycled Soul is sort of the backstory for Collective Minds. Collective Minds, there's a lot more going on. Obviously, it's collective, so I explore, and you can explore with me, because this is all about me sharing. We explore more about the other elves that live in Höfjar, how they're impacted positively, negative, all the things that come about, and I have a lot of different varying opinions. Perhaps you agree with one character and not another, and you have different opinions about war and the different things she's doing. Also, there's more. Someone had told me they'd wished I had more of the relationship between Groen and Draconum. That is more so in the Collective Minds. In retrospect, I suppose I could have gone on a little bit more about their relationship in their early childhood, but it is explored in Collective Minds in book 2. Then you learn even more about her cousin and mother and a lot of these people also. Extending to book 3, there's some characters who were in book 1 and briefly in book 2. They will be more explored or expounded upon in book 3. But I learned how to do a lot of cliffhangers. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. Collective Minds is a lot of cliffhangers, which also extends to book 3. So I do want them to be standalone books. That is my intention, that you can pick up any of the books and read it and not be confused. I think in retrospect, I probably should have not have made up profanity. And I didn't really want to do a lot of cursing, but of course people curse. It's very healthy for you. It's a release of stress, and it makes you an honest person. So instead of actually using profanity, I made up profanity, and I do have a glossary in all 3 books, so you can look up anything that you don't understand or you missed. And so that's there, but I don't think I will do that again. I think that, if anything, that probably made you a little bit confused. What are they saying? So I think some of the words I think all of the words are kind of self-explanatory. You can kind of guess which word I'm really referring to. But I won't be doing it again. So next books, some of my other books was just short stories. I do want to do another novel. 3 is going to be the end. I'm not going to write anymore on the Draconum series. I've thought about writing more in this world. Maybe maybe something about the Werewolf King or something like that. I did have a whole outline of him as well. I could write about him. That would be really fun. But anyway, I had a lot of fun writing book 1, more fun writing 2, and lots of fun writing 3, although 3 has been really slow because I've written a lot of short stories in the meantime, and so make sure you check out my short story book 2. It's a lot of quick reading, mostly backstory. Backstories are really fun. And then you can tell me if you want me to write more on these, like you want me to tell you what happens after this, because if I just wrote the backstory, I don't know what happens. I don't know how other people write, but I kind of just let it play in my head and then try to describe what plays in my head. Anyway, I hope you like it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and until next time.